Good afternoon. Welcome to Speaking in Your Basement. Today we're going to talk about one of the ugly challenges of life in general, but also in communication, in speaking with yourself and speaking with others. We're going to talk about accountability. And accountability is the beast many of us would rather avoid completely, but there's an upside and a downside to it. I mean, the real upside, the long-term upside of increased accountability is increased success and satisfaction in every area of your life that you bring it to. Early on, it often seems very unpleasant. There's an interesting thing from persuasion, the idea that you should be taking the responsibility off the customer or potential customer's shoulders. You've probably read sales letters or watched sales videos or infomercials where at some point they say, but it's not your fault. This is a classic one in weight loss. If you've tried everything, if you've tried all the starvation diets and tried exercising and still can't keep the weight off, don't worry, it's not your fault. You should give the devil its due. There's some truth to that. You didn't set up your life exactly as it is, and it's true everywhere to some degree. Whether it be weight loss, whether it be better communication, whether it be making enough money, whatever it might be, it's not entirely your fault. You didn't give yourself your genetics. You didn't plan out your own upbringing. All you've really got right now that you can do is make a better plan going forward. So that's one side of it. The challenge with this, of course, is people want that to be permanent. They want that it's not your fault to be for the rest of your life. Well, you tried. It's not your fault. Again, there's always things that you're not aware of. There's always things in every situation that you don't have complete control of. However, if anybody's going to make it better, it's going to be you. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to magically make your life better for you. The only people that are doing anything like that are the few people that are actually teaching valid strategies in whatever field you're studying. And they're only doing it if you're willing to do the work. They might give you information, coaching, any number of other things that can help you along the way, but only if you're willing to do the work. Only if you're willing to say, that's right, in the past, I didn't know everything. In the past, I made mistakes. But in the future, I want to do better. And that's really the key. Any given time, there's any number of things that could go wrong. There's no reason that people worry about the emotional beatdown they're going to give themselves, and that's why they want to avoid accountability. Well, the thing to do is to learn to not give yourself emotional beatdowns for your mistakes. Recognize them. Accept them. Move on. And that little phrase you can use regardless of how well or how poorly you do for the rest of your life. I want to do better next time. Just failed at the first tryout. I want to do better next time. Just won the championship. I want to do better next time. You seek to get a little bit better every time. You keep coming back to it and you keep getting a little bit better. There'll be missteps, mistakes, stumbles, but you keep getting better. And again, that old persuasion tactic of take the responsibility off their shoulders, that's valuable. Because guess what? Everything you've learned about speaking so far and that where you've not taken action or where you've taken action and it's not gone the way you wanted it to, that's not your fault. Could you have done something differently? You probably could have. But there's nothing you can do about that now anyway. The best thing you can do is anything specific you notice that you failed to do that you want to do while speaking, not just get the result, the specifics about speaking more clearly and more effectively that you would like to improve. You can document all those down. You can jot them down, and particularly the ones you see coming up again and again when you speak, focus on those. Notice them. Also notice the good things. Notice the things that you do well. It's very powerful to start overcoming some of your challenges, but it's also very powerful just to play to your strengths. There's nothing wrong with taking what you're good at and leaning into it to get even better results. But you do all that with accountability. Again, accountability terrifies people. It's not the accountability that actually terrifies you. It's not the clarity and the honesty that actually constitute accountability that terrifies anybody. It's the emotional beatdown for making mistakes. And you don't have to emotionally beat yourself down. If you're used to doing that the way you've been all your life, it's not going to go away overnight. But you can start letting go of the emotion. Letting go of the emotion. Letting go of the emotion and doing your best to see the situation clearly, and then start improving it. I'm just going to do a little bit better next time. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but a little bit better next time, that's good enough. Particularly if next time is tomorrow or later today. The more iterations you get in, the more quickly you improve. And with proper accountability, that gets easier. So give that some thought. Look into that. Write something down that you've been working on that you'd like to improve. Speak it out loud. Say it. I want to get better at speaking. I want to get better at communicating. I want to get better at talking to my children. I want to get better as an instructor. I want to get better as a supervisor. I want to get better as an employee. I want to understand clearly the expectations and clearly respond. Let them know what I need from them. You can improve in all these areas. Get clear on it. Speak it out loud and keep coming back to it and looking at it as clearly as you can without making it a big emotional drama. There's going to be some of that tendency. Accept that too. But let it go as well as you can and just get back to the clear image of where you are now and where you want to go and keep taking steps. It's never quite as simple in action as when we're speaking about it. But quite frequently, it's a lot easier than we make it. Hold yourself to account. Recognize what you're doing and make it a little bit better. I'm Ben Langley. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today. We will talk again soon.